You know, one of the scariest things about life, most people, they don't become who they want to be because they tell themselves that they can't. A while back, I started doing content and I didn't really know what I was doing, but I had this inkling that I wanted to be doing content. I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos growing up, and I still do, but um, I was doubting myself. In the back of my mind, I had my inner critic telling me like, "Oh, you should stop doing YouTube right now because life got a little hectic and I had to prioritize stuff outside of YouTube." And I told myself that it doesn't really matter anyways. But because of that mindset, I lost time that now I can't get back. Things time that I could have been using to my own advantage, recording videos and making a better impact on you guys, but I doubted myself. And that's the same reality that most people face in their own lives for things that they want to be doing for themselves. The key is not to let that inner voice get to you. One thing I've been realizing in life is you get what you believe. If you believe that you can't do something, well, that's exactly what you're gonna get. If you believe that you can do it, well, you're gonna do it. It's as simple as that. All right, guys, let's get into a couple points. Point one: your brain, your mind, it constantly looks for things that stand out, right? It looks for proof of beliefs that you have about yourself. So, in the past, I used to feel like I wasn't attractive, right? When I was growing up, I had this haircut. I used to get made fun of in school. They used to call me coconut. It wasn't the best for my face shape. However, because I constantly heard that, it was my belief. I used to think I was unattractive, so I moved that way. I was a little bit insecure about myself. I decided to change my image, and now the thoughts about I have about myself are no longer like that. I think I'm the freaking man now. I think I look like it and I feel like it, right? If you tell yourself that you're lazy, for example, well, guess what? You're going to act that way as well. You're not going to want to do the things that you need to do, and you're definitely not going to do them. So, or you're going to always procrastinate, prolong them. It coincides with that belief. If you tell yourself that you're not strong enough to do something, well, you're not going to do that either. So basically, what I'm trying to tell you is your mind's going to constantly look for the evidence for the beliefs that you have. Now, let's get into the second. I've had like, I've had negative image about certain things in my life. With the situation that I'm currently in, being unemployed, I've looked down on myself for being unemployed and not landing jobs. I couldn't help but feel that way. But I could apply that to a lot of other things in my life too. I could have felt stupid for hopping on my phone and started recording and putting my ideas out there into the world. And whether that applies to YouTube, TikTok, like I could have felt scared or stupid to be posted online. People might see my stuff, my contacts, people I used to know, and I could have felt scared of being judged like a lot of people might feel. And those are realistic feelings, and those things have crossed my mind, to be quite honest with you. However, I don't want to be listening to the inner voice in my head, the negative one. If I listened to that, I wouldn't be on here today. You wouldn't be seeing this video. And that's super important. Let's get into the next point. Point number 3. You got to start acting like the person you want to be before it even happens. So, hopping on here on social media, YouTube, TikTok, I'm doing it before I even have an audience. I'm starting from scratch. When I went to the gym for the first time, I was starting from scratch. I had no muscle. I didn't know how workouts. I didn't know how to do a lot of workouts besides machine-based things that are straightforward, but I figured it out. And through consistency and constantly trying and working at it, I got better. So, you got to be the person that you want to be before it even happens, right? I used to listen to this guy named Jeff Logan, and I still do from time to time, but he he had this saying. It's what his whole brand is based off of. It's be and then you become. And that whole concept it applies to this video. You got to be who you want to be before you even become it. So, it's all in your head. You got to be the person you want to be so that you could become it, right? And that future you that you want to be, that has all the habits that you might want, or they might come off a certain way, they got confidence or whatever applies to you, right? It gets, it becomes reality through just repeated actions, just constantly doing things towards that person that you're trying to become. So, listen, guys, most transformations in life, they happen inside your head before that you could see them visually manifested, right? And you got to understand that if you want to change for the better, you got to change your mindset, you got to change your habits, and you got to make the choice. Realistically, are you being the person you want to be? If yes, that's awesome. Keep it up. But if not, all you got to do is change your mindset. Tell yourself you can do it. I'm giving you permission. Give yourself permission. You can be the person you want to be. Make that choice and start working on your beliefs. Allow yourself to start doing things without listening to your negative self conscious. And if you do that and start taking the actions, your life's going to be so much better. And on that note, guys, if you liked the video, go ahead and give it a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.